Well, hey, Mega Listener, it's Greg coming to you on a Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Well, we're doing a feed drop, and you might be asking what a feed drop is. That is when we stick an episode of another podcast into our feed because we want you to listen to it and know about it and check it out. And this podcast is called Like Minds. It is really near and dear to my heart because I produce it, and I've been working on it for the past year with my dear friend and collaborator, Joey Bland. Joey's even been on Mega a few times. You might remember him as the pastor who was displaced by a tornado and then was holding his church service in the basement of Twin Hills. I think we got into triple predestination in that episode. This podcast is really smart and funny. It's a comedy quiz show, kind of like a pub quiz. We get funny people to navigate a quiz that Joey writes based on a listener suggestion every episode. It goes to all sorts of wild places. We've got great guests like Andy Richter, the Sklar brothers, the guys from the Magic Tavern, Hey Riddle Riddle people, Dropout TV people. Gosh, the list goes on and on. So if this sounds fun to you and you enjoy the show, listen to it, then head over and put it in your podcast rotation and subscribe to it. I'm sure you're thinking, a new podcast in this economy? Well, the only way we're successful is if we find listeners like you. So get a little bit smarter, have a laugh, and listen to Like Minds. I really hope you enjoy it, and thanks.
Hey, this is Joey Bland, host of Like Minds, with a show today that is written in the stars. And I'm going to start off with a trivia question that I think might just get you aligned. Besides being presidents of the United States, what do Theodore Roosevelt, John Adams, Warren G. Harding, James K. Polk, James A. Garfield, and Joe Biden all have in common? Hint, it has to do with their birth. Ponder that. Wait around till the end of the show if you want to know the answer. For now, Like Minds is in the house. Let's play.
Well, then I think it's time to play, but we've got to introduce our contestants for the day. Contestants, players, friends. Starting off on our show today, host of multiple podcasts. You might know him from Artists on Artists on Artists. Also, has got a brand new podcast out called Having a Day. Welcome, Patrick McDonald.
Hello.
Hello. Wow.
Hello.
Oh, God, we harmonize. The third part to this three-part harmony is comedian Rekha Shankar. Rekha just did a Kickstarter for her first feature film. We should say you can still become a late backer to this.
It's pretty cool.
You can be, you can help produce. And they just go to rekhamovie.com, REKHAMOVIE.com.
You spelled that beautifully, Joey.
Well, I was the spelling bee champion of Short Pump Elementary School.
Your elementary school was called Short Pump?
It's only in my adult life that I realized that's weird. But yes, I went to Short Pump.
Was there someone named
Elementary
Deborah Short Pump or something?
No.
Oh, Patrick is so woke. He thinks the school is named after a woman.
I'm just saying it could be.
This school is so old, dude. Only bros. This was named for a Civil War general named Short Pump. No, is named for a little part of Richmond, Virginia, that little place called Short Pump. And I think there was a tiny little water pump at this crossroads where people watered horses. That's probably totally false. But I was the school champion spelling bee in fourth grade.
What was the winning word?
God, I don't know. But I know when I went to the county spelling bee and I lost on my first round there. And the word was hoax, which I spelled HOKES.
Oh,
that's a bummer.
That's like lemonade with like a backwards E on the side.
It was
Kind of
pathetic.
cute.
It's
It was
very
cute.
Little Rascals.
Yeah, I was never in any danger of getting on the televised spelling bee. But part of that still in me put the love of studying and learning things and going down these deep rabbit holes. Because I would sit at the kitchen table and my mom would give me a penny for every word I spelled right while we practiced. And
Wow.
I ended up with at least $1. But today
That's a lot
you
of
can
words.
walk away with some real bragging rights and some victorious glory here if you can win Like Minds today. Every Like Minds show has a theme. And the theme is just a starting place. Where it goes from there is just based on my interpretation of that theme. And the theme for you guys today is astrology.
Whoa.
Oh.
Recommended by a previous audience. So that's where we get our suggestions. Came from you out there in the world. Astrology, are you guys into that at all? Do you know anything about it? Do you follow it?
I know about as much as you could get from like a Cosmo magazine. I don't know anything else.
Great.
I would say I am early middle, but I had an experience where my mom's neighbor read my chart. She lives in rural Colorado, and he's like very into astrology. And I was looking around because he wrote me a 38-page book on my sign.
Oh my
He
God.
hand wrote it, and we went through the whole thing. And about 2 hours in, I guess I'm just going to tell my parents not to tell them about this. He shifted the conversation to about how he had a half alien, half human baby, and the aliens pick him up every now and then and show him the progress of how the baby's going. And that was 2 hours in, and we were in a small attic, and he was talking really close to me.
Wow.
And so that was my experience. I have a stack of books that is my tripod, and I believe my astrology packet is in my stack of books right now. So hopefully it's going to power me.
Great. If you find it, we can post it. We'll put it on. We'll put it at reikamovie.com.
Perfect.
And people
Please,
can find it.
let me put that at reikamovie.com.
Okay.
I'm trying to also raise funds, incidentally, for my half alien baby.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
I just want to see her.
It's
I
so
just want to
perfect.
see her.
It's
Gosh,
so
this was just, I guess this is just perfect that we met up today. This was in the stars. Why don't we go ahead and kick into our first category? We'll have 3 categories today. Our first category, based lightly on the suggestion of astrology. This category is called terrestrial celestials. That's clever in
Whoa.
rhymes.
I like it.
Here's what this is. This is about stars here on Earth. The way this is going to work is I'll go to one of you. I'll ask you a question. You identify the star. If you don't get it, if you can't get it, your opponent will have the opportunity to steal for 1 point. 2 points if you get it right, 1 point for a steal. We're all friends. If you want to give each other help, it's your game to lose. All right.
Wow.
So,
Wow, this is really nice.
yeah. So, Patrick, I introduced you first randomly, so I'm going to give you the first question.
Okay.
So you listen carefully. This is about a star here on Earth. This is written sort of astrologically, and there are clues embedded in this. Here we go. This star delineates just the way you are, but leave the door open to possible change, especially impactful when talking to the moon. This is truly an apt sign. This is a star. I'll give you a hint too. It's a person, a star.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Say it again, but I think I have an idea. Just
Okay.
say it one more time. I'm nervous that it's... Just go again.
And it's always fun to talk. We love to hear your process.
Okay, I was going to say immediate thoughts. I just think I know just the way you are is a couple things. So it boils it down to me. Actually, I think I figured it out just now because first I thought Billy Joel and then I thought Bruno Mars. And now with Leave the Door Open and Just the Way You Are, I actually think I'm going to lock in Bruno Mars.
It is Bruno Mars. It is Bruno Mars. Yeah.
Wow.
And granted, Mars is not a star, but it is
No.
celestial, right?
But it's good. It's a good clue because you like to bury things in these little answers. And I love that. And that's what's fun about it. It means that there might be, I'm going to guess now, there might be astrology connected to the actual names. And I'm going to let you know
Yeah.
that, Reka, too.
Here is your terrestrial celestial. This star makes a difference to those looking for somebody to love or under similar pressure. Don't forget, nothing really matters.
Freddie Mercury.
You didn't even bat your brain. You didn't even blink.
I didn't even wink my brain at you.
You didn't do any of that. It is Freddie Mercury. Okay.
That's huge.
Now
what
we
I
see
will
the
say is,
dumb
by the way,
theme.
these are musicians. Reka and I, we have very similar taste in music. But also I would say Reka's is very specifically limited.
What does that mean?
And Patrick is right on the money because that first question freaked me out because I went Billy Joel and then you started saying stuff and I went, what? And then you said Bruno Mars and I was like, oh, that makes sense because of Mars. I don't know any of those other songs that you said. I know only dad music. My knowledge about music is this tiny. And for those listening, that's as tiny as a chocolate chip.
That's right. I work for Radio Margaritaville and she's more of a dad than I am. I
Yes.
swear
Beautiful.
to God.
Well, I'm a dad too. Billy Joel is my favorite, but I did go Bruno Mars. Talking to the Moon is a Bruno Mars song. And then the last, there's like a truly an apt sign. There's that new Bruno Mars song that he does with a K-pop star. Is it Rose?
Okay.
It's APT. It's apata.
Okay.
Have you heard that
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that song.
That's a perfect rendering. Yeah. But Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are was the keyboard demo on my brother's Yamaha keyboard he got.
Really?
So that song goes way deep. But anyway, we
Wow.
digress, which is fun. It's fun to digress. Right now, you guys are tied. You both are pretty good at this.
Wow.
Patrick, back over to you. Here's your next terrestrial celestial. Now, you've noticed they're all, so far they've been musicians. Who knows? All right. Born in September, you're under this shining star. That's the way of the world.
Okay. I will say, okay, born in September, shining star, way of the world.
Yeah, do you remember?
Okay, yes. I was figured, and I was nervous because this isn't a person. This is a band. This
This
is
is
a
a
band that
people?
I would like to say has been old since they were born. I feel like you look at clips of them in the 70s and they're all 45. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
This is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Amazing. God, I shouldn't have said, do you remember? I saw it click. I gave you an extra clue you didn't even need.
It was good.
It was really cute.
I saw them
Okay.
in the Rose Bowl parade. They elevated from a giant birthday cake.
Wow.
Whoa, sexy.
Made of
flowers?
I guess so. Isn't the Rose Bowl
Yeah,
parade? It must
had
have.
to
And
have
then it
been.
went back down, and then down a couple blocks later, they came back up again, I think. All right. Reka, last question in Terrestrial Celestials. Here you go. Stay open. This star serves you well, but know what you see as love is really nothing. After all, you can be equally successful single as you are when doubled. Whoa. Stay open. This star serves you well, but know that what you see as love is nothing. After all, you
Yeah.
can be equally successful single as you are when doubled.
Okay.
What tennis person has a space name is the question. Who are tennis people? Andre
for it.
Agassi is a tennis person.
Mhm.
There's, you know it, Patrick. And you're making me
I
sick.
do know that. I'm happy to.
You're making me sick.
Should we give each other one lifeline for this whole episode?
Hold on. Let me think if I know. Is it like a really obvious? Wait a minute. Shut up. Venus Williams.
Yes. It's Venus
Literally
Williams.
back the off. It's because Patrick had me all thinking about men this whole time.
Yeah.
I had you thinking
That's-
about men.
Why do you do that,
yeah, you had me
Patrick?
thinking about men. You were always just talking about men. So I
I'm so man crazy.
literally all your answers were men. Think about that.
I actually need to think about that, and I'm gonna own that.
And you'll know, I'm sure you've noticed this too, that in our solar system, there are 4 terrestrial planets. That is not gas planets, and they are Mars, Mercury, Earth, and Venus.
Yeah.
Stop it. You did that, Joey? That's
I didn't make
Whoa.
those planets. That's just the planets.
I'm trying to think of women stars that I could have guessed. I guess I could have guessed Juno Temple, but that would have been really specific. Isn't Juno one of Jupiter's moons?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Great. I'll take your word for it. Yeah. That sounds great.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Juno Temple could have been out there. Yeah, you're right. But that brings us to the end of our first category, and our scores tied up 4-4.
Wow.
You guys did that lovingly. There was really not a lot of tension. You almost gave Reka help that she didn't need.
Yeah, I
was
didn't
very
freaking
sweet.
need it.
I know,
Yeah.
and I won't, and I'm rescinding it. And I did offer a lifeline, and I'm gonna actually take it back.
No, I do want
Okay,
it.
well,
But
the lifeline is on the table.
thank you for you too.
Rick and I have played another competitive game recently. It was a Family Feud style game, and I beat her in the head-to-head, but they won the round.
Yeah, and I guess that's important to say because of what?
Because I guess I don't know.
Because you guys have, because this is an ongoing battle. This is a rivalry
Yeah.
for the ages. But
Right,
it's
okay,
very
okay. See,
friendly.
It seemed like Patrick trying to bring up something totally irrelevant, but okay.
Okay, I'm taking charge. And the reason
Okay,
I'm taking
okay.
charge is because according to horoscope.com, my horoscope today, I'm a Cancer, is it's time to take charge of your life. Don't rely on other people to sort out your problems. Don't rely on other people to do it for you. So I have to take charge right now.
Gotcha.
What's your
Okay.
sign, Patrick?
I'm Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, double Sag.
Wow, you know all the other terms,
Yeah.
all the rising,
Well, I
and
have
all
a
that
book.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. We had a friend do that for my son when he was born, and my wife and I dug it out recently, and we're sifting through it and be like, I guess some of this fits, and then we realized she did it for the wrong day. So we have that 30-page book for someone else.
Who is that for?
Some
Go to
kid
the
born
hospital, figure
next
it
You go to the
day.
hospital.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We have a
Can you
book for
please
this
mail
person?
this out? Well, according to horoscope.com today, Patrick, start today on the right foot by projecting a positive mood and healthy mindset. You've been nothing but positive.
Great.
It's true.
Yeah.
You offered me a lifeline.
That's true.
Attitude is everything. This is one of those days in which it matters the most. Wow. All right. This category is called divination. So divination is just the idea that you can divine things. You know, you can find insights based on something else. Astrology would be a form of divination. You look to the stars.
But test, check 1, 2. You know you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Does that sound all right? Ah, that's better. You can always tell something's missing when you get isolated results, like AI that's only right for one of your systems. Get AI that can work across your data and applications. Learn more at IBM.com. The AI built for business. IBM.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
There are other kinds of divination, and I'm going to give you one, and you tell me what the diviner would use as their tool to divine the future. For example, I'll give you one. This is probably a freebie right here. This is just for you, Patrick.
Okay.
If someone was practicing pyromancy, what do you think they are?
Oh, I would guess fire.
Yes,
They're
they're
looking
looking
into
into
fire?
fire
Okay,
flames.
okay,
Yeah, I'm going to
okay.
give you 1 point for that. Great.
Whoa,
Yeah, I'm going to give you a
hey.
point, and I'm going to give you.
Dementa.
I'll give you a point too here. Reka, I'll throw into you, and we should get to your horoscope eventually here. But what about if somebody was practicing necromancy?
Oh,
What would your guess be?
Okay, here's something embarrassing about me. I confuse two things a lot. This is dead people, right?
It is. It's the dead. Yes, you're.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting your.
Now, can I tell you the thing I almost just did again?
You have to.
I confuse necro and nympho a lot.
Now you could combine those. That could be its own thing.
Yes.
I honestly
So,
love the idea of nymphomancy too.
Yes.
I'm kind of always nymphomancying.
That's
like
just
whenever I'm intimate, I'm like always sort of divining
Having kind of
stuff.
premonitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just chat up young women and
Yeah.
learn
I'm
the future.
always doing it to young women.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, now they're going to get a little bit harder, but and maybe I'll give you a clue if I need to. All right, here you go, Patrick. This is another, and they all of these are going to end in that great suffix of mancy, a necromancer, a pyromancer. Yours is in ornithomancy. Ornithomancy. This is all about word roots. Isn't that fun?
I believe that ornithology is the study of birds, and I don't think I want to think much farther than that, even if I'm wrong. So I'm gonna say,
If you're wrong, why waste more thought?
yeah, because I don't have any others. So
That
I'm
you're
gonna
correct.
go- It's
You're
correct.
correct.
Okay,
It is
good.
the study. People would look up and see the flight patterns of birds, and that would give them some insight into
That's
what's coming.
fascinating.
Yeah.
And that's called an augur, is it not? AUGUR?
That's a similar thing. Now, some people will cut open the birds and pull out the organs of the birds, and that tells stuff too.
That sounds like necromancy.
I think if you need to do that, you're a necromancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you take the birds out of it, you're a necromancer.
Yeah.
That's right. But if they're hot birds, it's a
Then you're a
nympho-necromancer.
Yeah.
Ornithonympho. Ornithonympho.
Ornithonymphonecromancer.
Yeah,
That's somebody's Reddit name. Ornithonympho.
Gross. All right. So then here's your next one. Reka.
Yeah.
Yours is geomancy. Geomancy.
Someone who looks at like the earth and dirt.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Wow.
Soil, rock patterns, earth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you each one more, and then I'm going to step it way up. All right.
Whoa,
Here we
whoa.
go.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, Patrick. Yours is chiromancy. That's spelled CHIROMANCY.
IRO.
Yes. You seem shocked by the spelling.
Well, because it was like Cairo, isn't there's like some sort of camera thing like a Cairo? I think that's the name of a camera in production. Chiropractic would be
You're on the right track.
bone or a joint or maybe I haven't said my answer yet. Chiropractic is the practice of muscles, of bones.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'll use my lifeline.
Chiropractors do stuff with your back. and like your spine. They like crack your back. It's a little bit fake.
Yeah, it is fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you took a position here.
Well, I've
It's
heard
fake.
very frequently that if you go into a chiropractor once, you get the hottest chiropractor. And then when you go back, they're not as hot. That's literally what I've heard.
That's fake. They're tempting you with the siren song of a hot chiropractor, and then you come back and it's a 5?
That's not right.
So wait, what do you think? You think it's spine or back?
Spine.
Chiromancy?
I'm like, what the? I mean, it is crazy, but chiro, CHIRO.
But I do think it's a joints thing, isn't it? Or alignment,
Maybe.
a
Maybe alignment. I don't know.
I love you working
body?
so hard together.
or just body, maybe body. Like chiromancy is like corpus.
I would almost say corporal mancy or something.
No, I was because
But
Corpus Christi
this doesn't
is
count as your lifeline also
Corpus
because I'm not
Christi
actually
mancy.
helping you.
Corpus
Corpus
Christi
Christi
mancy
mancy.
is you got to
Oh,
go to
that's
Texas.
dividing
Texas.
secrets from
Yeah.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah, from Texas.
absolutely.
Texas will tell you everything.
And it does. It
All right,
talks
Pat.
at you.
Yeah.
I'll just say back or joints.
Back and joints. That's not correct. You're not
Okay.
far off. The trick is the chiropractor works on your body with their hands. And the chiro means hands. It's palm reading.
That's fascinating. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Name that job different.
Yeah.
Chiropractor.
When do you ever?
Everyone works with
when
their
you-
hands.
I would say everyone's a
What are you talking
chiropractor.
about? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a freaking chiropractor. I'm on the phone. I'm using my hands.
A
That's
carpenter's a
crazy.
That's actually
chiropractor.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm texting my friends. I'm a chiropractor.
Every
Yeah.
doctor's a chiropractor.
yeah.
All the hot
Okay,
ones.
it
The
is
hot
a scam.
doctors.
The hot ones.
Yes.
Hot
It's a
doctors and
scam.
chiropractors. Yeah. All right. We determined it's a scam.
Yeah.
Is astrology a scam? It's still to be determined.
No.
Let's see. Okay. Reka, here's yours. Here's your next divination. Gosh, there's some fun ones on this list. And I'm going to give you this one. Arithmancy. ARITH. Mancy. MANCY.
Like math.
Arithmancy.
Studying math or like numbers.
Is that your answer?
But yeah.
It's correct.
Wow.
It's numbers. It's
Takes
numbers.
the lead.
I think you can even take a class in arithmancy at Hogwarts.
Oh,
Not that
I
we're
believe
going.
that.
We're not going to
Oh.
Hogwarts.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a question. What is the difference between that? I actually don't know if the word I'm about to say is like an offensive practice, like numerology.
I don't think that's
Like-
offensive.
No.
Okay, I guess it's just used for offensive things. It's like I feel like Nazis use numerology.
Oh,
But like
My
they were
guess would
also
be
killer chiropractors.
yeah. My guess they were chiropractors with their hands.
yeah.
I would say that my guess would be numerology is like a number itself, like an angel number, or like this number has meaning, and
Oh.
arithmancy is like divining things from like equations.
Yeah, I don't know if you do equations or not. It might just be more like maybe dates are important. I don't know. But and you want to know something? If you look up arithmancy on Wikipedia, it comes up as numerology. So I guess apparently numerology was known before the 20th century as arithmancy. But in the 20th century, we got civilized.
Yeah, we did.
And we realized we don't like to say arithmancy.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of numbers, the score is now 7-6. Reka has the lead.
Wow.
And we
I feel
have
sick, Patrick.
no, it's good.
I can't keep this up.
Listen, Reka, you got
I'm
it
gonna
right.
burn out.
You're not gonna burn out, and I believe in you, and it's gonna be okay if you win. I'm
Reka, what's
excited
your
for you.
sign?
I'm an Aries, Leo.
Aries is your sun sign, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is supposed to be really compatible with Sagittarius.
I was gonna say double Leo and double Sag.
Wow.
Kind of.
Why did I say
This
it
is
like
cool. If you
Sagina.
listen to this,
No.
Reka, if you feel slighted today, don't shut yourself off from the situation. It may seem like everyone has ganged up and turned against you. Either that or they all want to be your best friend.
Every Aries horoscope is some shit like this. It's like, wow, you're being a bossy bitch today. If you notice everybody hates you, chill out.
I toned it down. That's what it says.
Good God,
Verbatim.
Jerry.
Hey, bossy bitch. Tone it down. And I was trying to dress it up a little bit here.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
All right, so I'm going to let you go first in our final category. There's a lot of questions
Okay.
in here. We may not get to them all. This is called Who is the Zodiac?
Whoa.
You know, Zodiac Killer. This is
Yeah,
not about
yeah.
Zodiac Killer. In fact, this
Okay.
isn't even about our Zodiac. This is about the Chinese Zodiac, which you probably know a lot about. Every year is a year of the lunar year. And I'm going to give you a year in history. In that year, something was born or came about, and I'm asking you about that. The year will not help you a ton, but the clue will help you. For example, Reka, here we go. Here's your first one. And I'll say, I took a step up here. Some of these are a little harder. Okay, Reka, 1940 was the year of the dragon. Enter this dragon, born to Cantonese parents in San Francisco. In 1940, enter this dragon, born to Cantonese parents.
Bruce Lee.
It is Bruce Lee. Yes.
That
So
rocks.
Born in the Year of the Dragon. Yeah. That's 2 points.
Yes.
2 points.
And Enter the Dragon is one of his movies.
Correct.
His hit movies.
Correct. Yeah.
Great film.
To see it.
You should check it
I have
out.
to see it.
All right, here we go, Patrick. Early 1942. So the reason I didn't say 1942 is most people, when they look up the year of their Chinese zodiac sign, they just go to the year, but it's a lunar year. So January is different than, a little later in March. So early 1942, meaning this going mostly with 1941. That's not going to matter to you at all. Early 1942 is still the year of the snake. Terry Jones, famous as a member of this ensemble, is born.
Terry Jones.
Yes. Born in the year 1942, which is the year of the snake.
Oh, Terry
Mm.
Jones, the year
Terry
of the
Jones.
snake.
That's right.
Okay,
He's
so
a
I'm
member
thinking
of a
of
famous
kind of
group.
snaky groups. There was a group called Viper, I believe, which would be crazy for you to try to pull something from the band Viper. Let me just kind of like walk myself through like names of snakes and also names of bands, just really quick.
Well,
Okay,
and
so-
I'll also tell you this. I said ensemble.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily say bands.
Wow. And you know what? This is the first thing I thought, because I thought Terry Jones, but isn't there somebody else named Terry Gilliam? And I am going to say Monty Python.
It is Monty Python.
Thank
Yes.
God.
Crap. I would have never, ever, ever in
That's
my
what
life.
it was.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry Jones of Monty
Thank you for that
Python.
little nudge. I appreciate it.
I know. I like to give
I was
nudges,
going
and
to
you guys were
scream
nudging
Viper
each
for
other a
final
lot.
answer.
I was like Black Mamba. Mamba
right.
number 5.
I
Mamba
wish you'd just
number
gone for it and
5.
gone. It's Lou Bega.
It's Lou Viper.
Yeah. Mamba number 5 is actually the name of his band. Lou Bega is actually more than one person. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Reka, early 1969, the year of the monkey. Jennifer Aniston is born, who will one day go on to star with a monkey friend named this.
Marcel.
Wow, you pulled that out fast.
So fast, not even looking, literally texting someone else while doing it.
I know, so casual, just like walking
Marcel.
around. Yeah.
It's Marcel.
Anyway, buy,
Anyways,
sell,
Hey,
buy, sell.
Postmates.
LOL. Ross had a monkey for 2 seasons and then we never talk about it again.
Yeah. I'll give you a bonus point if you know the name of the actor monkey, because the monkey's name wasn't really Marcel, but Marcel.
Was
I'll
it
accept.
like Coco or something? Or-
Can I guess?
Yeah, Patrick can
Yeah.
guess.
For a steal?
Yeah.
Is that's the famous one, Crystal, right?
No, not according to
No.
my research, which
Okay.
was slim.
Okay.
Apparently, there's more than one monkey that played Marcel. One of whose name was Katie, and the other one's name was, get ready, Monkey.
You, firstly, okay, I don't know which is worse, to be honest.
I don't like a monkey named Katie. It honestly makes my
cannot
hair
name-
stand on end.
You
It's gross.
cannot name the monkey Katie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You name a monkey Sarah.
That literally
yeah.
gives me chills. I feel like that gives me
Yeah.
a fever. I hate that. A monkey
Yeah.
named Katie? That sounds like a Western. Anyways.
Yes, a fish named Wanda.
All right, Rika, you need to calm down, and Patrick, good attitude. All right, here
Oh my
we go.
God, this is my horoscope.
All right, who are we on? Patrick. Ready, Patrick? Here we go.
Yes, I am.
1899, the year of the pig. And some pig indeed. This author from Mount Vernon, New York, was born.
One of my favorite authors. I have the book over there, actually. E.B. White.
E.B. White. That's right. Author of Charlotte's Web. Radiant.
I love you.
Terrific.
That's awesome.
You keep it right next to your giant star chart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My two big things I live by.
Yeah. All right. I've got one of these for every year, but let's see.
Amazing.
Reka, why don't we do this? How about this one? 1984, the year of the rat. This rat debuts in comic book form alongside 4 adolescent reptiles.
What the fuck? It's like, oh crap. It's not, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking.
We'd love to hear that.
It's like the vibe of like Trasher, Pointer, Stinker, Slasher.
There's a million ers.
What the hell? He's like so nice to them. He's their dad.
More of an uncle, I'd say.
Okay, shut up or help.
I thought nothing had a nice attitude there.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna look at my keyboard at letters. Rat, toaster.
Patrick, you know it?
I do know it.
Of course, pointer, sainter, twister. Oh, I know.
What's
it's not
extra
right, but-
confusing is there's more than one character in this franchise that could easily lead you astray.
I know.
There's Michelangelo and Donatello.
Yes, Donatello.
Donatello.
Raffer.
Go for it.
This sucks. Pointer.
Patrick, who is it?
It's Splinter.
It is Splinter. It is Splinter.
Because where do you get one?
And in your
Ignore.
pointer finger. Yeah.
Always.
For sure. Always.
Splinter. I knew it was like something like not good.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And then, of course, there's also Shredder out there, too.
Shredder was the other one I definitely was thinking of Shredder.
Trasher, when you were going for Trasher, I'm sure Trasher was in line to be Shredder's name. I'm sure when they
Trasher is Shredder's like young son. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Man, again, I've got a million of these. Patrick, 1931, the year of the ram. Now, they also say like the goat or the sheep, but I'm going with ram.
Okay.
1931, the year of the ram. Spiritual teacher and psychologist Richard Alpert is born. He's better known by what name?
Is Ram Dass.
It is Ram Dass. Man, you're killing it.
Would it never in 2 million years, never, ever, never.
That was really fast, wasn't it, for Ram Dass?
Yes.
That was really
I was just
fast.
talking about him like yesterday because his whole thing is Be Here Now. But like I used to work somewhere where they had a Be Here Now book and I used to stare at it every day and I didn't really love that job. And so I would be like, I don't want to be here now. So Richard Alpert worked against me a little bit.
Gotcha. You don't want to be here now?
I want to be here now. I didn't want to be there then.
Oh, yes. That would be it. I like his book of Be There Then.
Be there then. A retrospective.
Live in the past.
My favorite moments where I was there then.
Yeah. A sequel to your favorite books. Here's Be Somewhere Eventually.
It's for kids. That's like Little Einstein Ram Dass.
That's so funny.
You'll
good.
get there. Well, you guys, there's still a couple animals left. How about I give you each
my God.
one more?
Great.
Okay.
And we'll see what we do. So this is yours, Reka. Here we go.
Okay.
1937. Of course, you know that's the year of the ox.
Yeah.
In that year, a statue of this ox and his legendary human companion is built or born in Bemidji, Minnesota.
Paul Bunyan?
I need the ox. Yeah,
Oh.
a statue of this ox and his legendary human companion.
What's his name? The Blue Patch? Something stupid.
Blue Patch.
Blue Patch sounds like an awesome name for an ox.
Freaking rag toes. I don't know. What is this ox's name?
Wow, you are an ox name machine. If I have to name an ox, I'll come to you. Ragtoes
I
and
don't
Blue
need to get the
Patch?
point, but can you give me like a conceptual hint?
A conceptual hint. Part of the DNA of this show is that when my family would play Trivial Pursuit a lot and my dad would never play, he was very, very good and would kind of just absent himself, but he would walk through the kitchen and he would just say something, which was a clue, but it didn't make any sense. But it made sense to him. So he would just walk through and be like, Rice Krispies. And you'd be like, I know that's something, but who cares? Okay. So my clue would be for this character's name is I almost would have put this in the year of the pig.
Porky, Miss Piggy Babe. Let's see. Who's a pig? Swine, Boar, Mr. Boar.
Hey, I'll give you 1 point. Pick one and say it.
Okay. Porky.
Porky. Oh, you were
Porky.
close. Patrick, do you know the answer?
I believe it's blue, isn't it?
It's a blue ox named Babe. You said it, Rika.
Babe.
You said it. You
said
said
babe.
it in your...
Oh, wait. Okay. So I said blue patch because I was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
isn't he blue?
It's Babe the
Babe
blue
the blue
ox.
ox. The
Yes.
Babe the blue ox. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, and I want to tell you, there's literally no reason I would know that. Even that I knew Paul Bunyan has an ox is miraculous.
Good.
So
Well, I
we're in
like
a
that this is
really-
unreasonable.
This is unreasonable to ask me.
All right.
Absolutely irrational.
Let's see. I'll pick one more year. Unreasonable. This one's for you, Patrick.
Okay. Here we go.
1957 is the year of the rooster. In that year, 1957, Cornelius the rooster debuts as a mascot of this food.
I
Cornelius is his name.
want to say, I believe this is, gosh, I think it's, I'm going to say cornflakes.
Can you think of any other?
Is there, or Raisin Bran, or if it's a food, Cornelius the rooster is corn. Wait, let me think of roosters that are kind of hanging out.
Definitely hanging out roosters.
Roosters that are just kind of vibing and chilling and always around. I think that it's not sausage.
It could be funny if it was sausage because it's like, this came from a pig,
That's
not
true.
me.
Can I use my lifeline, Reka? Are you able to help?
I thought it was cornflakes, and I thought Joey was just trying to fuck you up.
I haven't said.
interesting.
Because-
assume I've not reacted to you yet. I'm just waiting for you to
Okay.
give me an answer.
Because to my knowledge, the whole cornflakes thing, I think cornflakes came about in like the 20s and the 30s to like reduce sex drive.
Yeah, it did.
And then I don't remember it having a mascot until later, but I could be wrong. So I thought it was cornflakes.
Yeah,
I'm just going to tell you it's cornflakes.
Okay.
It's cornflakes.
Yeah.
It's
See?
cornflakes.
Beautiful.
And Rika,
Okay.
your knowledge of the history of cornflakes is really close enough to perfect, I think, to be considered really smart.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Cornflakes were out there to reduce people's necrophilia or
yes.
nymphophilia.
Nymphomania.
Nymphomania. No.
Nymphomania.
With that brings us to the end of the game. And if my math is correct, which it doesn't necessarily have to be because I was doing this fast, with a score of 15-11, Patrick, you're the winner for today.
Oh my gosh.
But the real winner was
Wow.
teamwork. You guys were amazing. You really were just like complimentary Aries and Sagittariuses.
Yes,
We're-
I felt that.
We're aligned. We're really aligned.
Yes.
This was so fun. I mean, look, Reka, I actually do think you're one of the smartest people I know. So I was
Oh my
intimidated
God.
to be here.
Patrick, you have so much general knowledge. It's so scary.
Thanks so much. That's not quite the compliment I gave you.
Reka, you're a genius. Patrick, you're generally okay guy. Pretty good dude.
Patrick, you have such a positive sort of attention span. I think
Kind of
it's
like a
awesome.
country guy in the big city, taking everything in. He's really being here now.
This was an amazing show. You guys were great. You were neck and neck, and even at the end, when the score was starting to spread out, you helped each other out. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing Like Minds.
Thank you, Joey.
What a blast.
What a show. This was Like Minds. Big thanks to Reka Shankar and Patrick McDonald. Hey, help us out. Make sure that you follow, rate, and review the show wherever it is you listen to podcasts. And spread the word. Tell your friends. If you think they think this was fun, send them a link. And make sure you attend our live shows. If you're in the town we're in, come to the show. And if not, they're usually streaming. You can follow us on Instagram at Like Minds Trivia to know exactly when and where those shows will be. So what do Presidents Roosevelt, Adams, Harding, Polk, Garfield, and Biden all have in common? Well, it's not where they were born, it's when they were born. All their birthdays are between October 24th and November 21st, making all of them Scorpios. And that's the most commonly shared star sign among U.S. presidents. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you again on Like Minds.